Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. It's your boy Retro. Let you know that registration for Mission 448 is open. You can register today and ride the four corners of your state or multiple states. Who's going to be the first to collect the four corners of each of the lower 48 states? Hashtag Who's Got Next. Register today and ride the four corners of your state.
You mean to tell me this whole time there was no sound? Bruh, I was going in. We had us a good conversation. Please do not tell me there is no audio. Hey guys, all that time there was no audio? Man, you got to be kidding me. We had a banging conversation. You hear me? We talked about Lottie Dottie. We talked about life. We talked about getting paid. Man, you mean to tell me all that time there was no audio? Good, goodly woodly. You see that? We talked about embracing the moment, and oh my goodness, my God. Well, I'll be doggone. Well, at least you got the visual of a decent little ride on some back roads. Coming down Shinville Road right now. Sun drop is in. Well, technically we are in Mooresville now. You know, some guys they don't touch their motorcycle until it's time to hit the highway. Apparently, I'm not one of those guys. I ride my motorcycle almost every day. Probably because that's why I bought it. I didn't buy it for a status symbol. I didn't buy it to get into nobody's club. Uh, I bought it because I like to ride it, and I'm not partial as to when I ride it. You know, sometimes I ride to the local supermarket and get some ice cream and come back home. You know, sometimes I ride it to run some errands and go about my day. Sometimes I ride it to go cross country and come on back home. And some people, or I just leave it there. Some people, they come up with all kind of unwritten rules as to what you should and shouldn't do and why you should and shouldn't do this, that, and the other. Boy, you don't miss me with that country bumpkin drama. I'll tell you something about your mama. But the reality is, they can't do what others do, so they try to downplay what others do as though it's some kind of taboo or blase blase. Uh, I kind of follow the philosophy: if you like it, I love it. You know, I kind of follow the philosophy of, hey, it's your business, whatever floats your boat. Now, if you only want to touch your motorcycle when it's time to go across country, then by all means, you know, make it do what it do. Uh, Thank you, Bolo, so much, sir. I'm telling you, man, we was having a good old conversation, man. I just swore somebody was, jotting down some good nuggets and everything, man. I was in the zone, only to find out that there was no audio. But Bolo, being so kind, um, let me know that. And that right there, that'll preach. I mean to tell you, I know that'll teach. Because sometimes we sit there and we look at people doing something wrong. We look at people doing something that's going to be detrimental, and we don't say nothing. We look at people trying to make something work, and it ain't working, and we know what can make it work, and we don't say nothing. And that is ridiculous to me, man. I know some of these little young folk are hard headed and stiff necked, and you can't tell them nothing. But you got to at least try. You got to at least know for sure that they won't listen. You can't sit there saying, well, they don't be listening. Well, did you try? That's what I'm talking about. So, anyways, thank you, Bolo, for letting me know that there was no audio. And as soon as he said there was no audio, I was like, oh, snap. I kind of already knew what probably was the reason for no audio, so I was able to fix it. And see, sometimes we think we're doing something good, we think we're doing something right. Sometimes it ain't until you know better that you can do better. So how about that? How about we start looking out for each other a little bit more? We'll sit back and watch a man fall, but how quick are we to help a man stand? How quick are we to point out the obstacles, the pitfalls? We ain't gonna do that because it's not as entertaining. Or maybe we ain't gonna do it because we messed up and we want to see everybody else mess up. What we need is the ability to see teachable moments. Now, not every teachable moment, let me put it to you like this. I could be mad as 7 hornets because of what you did. But if it's a teachable moment, then I've got to calm my jets and teach. I've got to calm myself down, as difficult as it might be, because this is a teachable moment. And if I don't take it as a teachable moment, then I'll perpetuate the problem. Because now I'm a swell up on little man, and and he's never going to learn the lesson because all he's doing now is defending himself from the hostility that's flowing in his direction, as he should. Because one thing he knows how to do by nature is be a man, as it relates to the desire to stand up for yourself and defend yourself and so on and so forth. Which is why I talk about the OGs, and you got two different OGs. You got OGs and OGs. OGs, original gangsters, those that offer guidance, what the real OG stands for. And then the OGs, just old and goofy. Yeah, they think that because they got a gray beard that they are OG. Nah, bro, go get you some Beijing, because you don't even deserve to look nothing like you old enough, because you too stupid. Okay, let me calm down. You too silly to be considered an OG. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. I don't went too far. I don't went too far. So OGs offer guidance, and I can speak on this because I've sat under plenty of OGs that had the opportunity, the power, and maybe even in one or two cases, the right to crush me. As a, I'm gonna just say it, as a little nigga out there in them streets, when I was out there in them streets. Let me tell you this, man. Everybody got to answer to somebody. It just is what it is. It's just the nature of the world. All right. And so you grew up in certain areas. I mean, you already know what it is, man. But man, let me see. When I tell you that the OGs that I came up under were real G's. Ain't no need to destroy this little brother. He got potential, too much potential. Let's teach him. Let's show him. Let's correct him. Let's get him right. I mean, there may be consequences to your actions, but and we're gonna handle that. But at the same time, man, we gotta get you right. The Bible says, "Those that He loveth, He chasteneth." And there's a difference between chastening, correcting, than it is attacking, belittling, fighting, warring against, and trying to kill. Sometimes literally. Talk about Black Lives Matters. You the first one taking every opportunity you can to attack another black man because he's doing something better than you doing. You the first one to try to dilute the influence of a young black man because he's got more influence at 20 than you ever have in your whole life. And that's just quite ridiculous. OGs understand the progression of the game. And real OGs know that, look here, they ain't going to be the OG forever. But they can leave a legacy. Man, there's some OGs that did some stuff wrong during their reign, found out at the latter half, and did whatever they could to correct it. I mean, I could tell you some of my stories, but y'all too nosy. Because I've had my situations where one situation in particular, a young man is telling me this, that, and the other, and I'm like, bro, you can't do that, man. But the more we begin to talk, the more I realized that he was doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing because of the example that I set. He was doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing because of the because of what I did. And so then I had to realize that I now have a responsibility of trying to correct some of this. So let me find me a place to park, guys. I'm gonna shut this down. I got some business to take care of real quick, and appreciate you guys for pressing play here on Retro Philosophy TV. And we missed morning inspiration this morning, and but we want to at least hop on and talk to you guys for a quick minute as we made our way down the road, knowing that we didn't have a chance to chat this morning. So with that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and we will talk with you guys the next time we go live here on Retro Philosophy TV, which will probably be tonight and tomorrow, because we do have to hop on the road and do a little traveling. Tonight is the plan, and we got some other things coming down the pipeline where we'll be live from the motorcycle. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right. Again, Bolo, thank you so much, man, for letting us know about the mishap here with the audio and everything. What I'll do is we'll recap maybe tomorrow when we go live, talking about the importance of embracing. It's your boy Retro Man. Again, thank you so much for pressing play and joining us here on the Retro Philosophy Show. If you have not already gone over to our YouTube channel and subscribed, please do so. If you have not yet signed up for Mission 448, bruh, what you waiting for, man? Go ahead and hit the link and register to ride the four corners of your state. It's your boy Retro. We out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. It's your boy Retro. Let you know that registration for Mission 448 is open. You can register today and ride the four corners of your state or multiple states. Who's going to be the first to collect the four corners of each of the lower 48 states? Hashtag Who's Got Next. Register today and ride the four corners of your state.